Hey guys, it's Ashley from Bookaholics Anonymous, and this is another book review, The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. She is the author of Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, which I haven't read yet. This is my first book of hers to read. The other book I have, I think, on my Kindle, so I'll probably read that sometime soon. But this is a story about Molly mainly. She's one of them. She's the main character, and then there's her twin sister Cassie. Is another character that's in it a lot. And then there's Reed, which is one of Molly's co-workers when she starts working. And then there's Molly and Cassie's two mothers that are in it. And then there's Mina, which is a friend of Molly and Cassie's, but becomes more to Cassie. So there's a whole lot going on in the story, but I think its main, part of the focus is on Molly, and because throughout the story, her sister and her friends they don't really make fun of her, but they talk a lot about how she's had like 26 crushes and no boyfriend, no kiss, and stuff like this, and it's kind of just, I don't know. So with that, the beginning of the story, Cassie and Molly go to this club. Molly meets Mina in a bathroom, and they kind of just say hi or whatever. And then they meet her again out on the like the subway or something, and then they become friends with her and Mina's friends that are guys. And then so kind of from there, they start trying to hook Molly up with one of Mina's friends, but Molly's kind of afraid of rejection, so she doesn't really try to get to know people or boys around her. She just has the crushes, and she never really does or acts on it, which is pretty understandable because that's how I was. So in a way, I can really relate to Molly, and kind of know what she feels like, I guess. Because to be honest, I didn't actually have any boyfriends or whatever in high school. There were different people. There was a couple of different people that said stuff to me a couple of times, but I just never did anything because when I look at myself, I don't see somebody worth having a boyfriend or whatever, or I didn't back then. So I feel like Molly a lot. When you can relate to a character in a book, that's always a good thing, in my opinion, because it makes them become more real, and just the thoughts that Molly has. I was thinking the whole time, this is how I feel, or this is how I felt when I was a teenager. Because they also talk about her weight, and she talks about her weight, about being fat, and her grandma talks about her weight, and that's same with me. I feel fat too. And it's just, I don't know, it's just real. Like, I know there was, see if I can find it here. There's a part in here, almost at the beginning of the book, says, I get into this weird place sometimes where I worry about not mattering. I never told anyone this, not my mom's, not even Cassie, but that's the thing I'm most afraid of. Not mattering, existing in a world that doesn't care who I am. And it's just that aloneness, I guess, that she felt kind of ties into just, I guess, everything. I'm not really sure. But later on in the story, she starts becoming friends with Reed, which is one of her coworkers. And it starts to blossom a little, you kind of think. I mean, she doesn't think he likes her, and he kind of doesn't think she likes him, and it takes a lot. It takes a couple things to happen before they both realize kind of how they feel for each other. So it's a really cute budding romance, I guess. And then and that's kind of Molly's whole deal going on in the story. And then you have Cassie, who becomes, whose friendship with Mina is becoming a lot more, and so Molly thinks Cassie is pushing her away because of this. So you get to see Cassie's relationship with Mina grow, which is a really cute relationship too, because down the line you know that you find out more about you find more stuff out. So, and as you can see, or as you can tell, it's a very diverse book as well, because you have Cassie going out with Mina, and you have their mothers throughout the story, and then we learn that the law is finally passed in their state, so their mothers can actually get married, and so you have them working towards that to the end of the book, kind of, and Molly gets to be like a decorator and stuff, and she's excited about that. And there's a bunch of things going on in the book, and since I'm talking about Molly's parents, that's another aspect of the book I really like, is the parents and their family members are all in the story, so there's a good family dynamic. The two mothers, she's got the little brother, the grandmother's in the story. The grandmother's kind of a hoot, actually. And then you have the sister to one of the mothers comes in play. Molly and Cassie's cousin, and one of Molly's best friends. It's just a whole lot of us together. Like I said, it's definitely a relatable book to me. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And I definitely recommend this book to anybody, especially if you're looking for diverse characters. There's definitely diversity in this book. So definitely check it out and let me know what you think. I will see you guys next time.